Yeah. Okay. So now I will switch to English. Yeah. And first I can send here in the chat the link where you can also everyone open that mind map and see it. So it's publicly available if someone wants to open it in a separate window or just. Okay. So this is our team's open educational resources concept mind map. And, first of all, it was hard to make all those branches in the beginning because of the concept, because of that concept, which is not clearly defined. It's defined in many different sources, and it's defined differently. So that's why maybe you can see here some like divisions divided in some groups or some. First of all, we try to put all publicly accepted ORA definitions, which you can find here, this branch. So here it's all kind of organizations and other groups working with that problem, how we define that conception. So you can see the group here, and then you can see the actual how they define that that term. And here's a link into the original paper where it's defined. So you can click on it and go and see that there's more information than we posted here. So here it's all just definitions from different groups. Yeah. Here we're just trying to group in some what it means in general, but it's freedom to access, freedom to copy, freedom to modify, freedom to distribute. It's just short. We're not sure to leave it or to delete it. It was maybe it's overlapping with some other branches we did. So I don't know. So we just but we left it here. So maybe it will be clear for someone. Maybe someone will not understand some other definitions. We can see here it's some point of sense in this. Also, we try to put some. Okay, now I can go to those just those sentences which are marked in that white background. And here you can try to define what, or we find the link where. Yeah, okay. We try to define the to see what is common between all those definitions here. So those first three are just basically all those where definitions say. It's they all mention these things, and those two last are not so. They are mentioned in some groups and not mentioned in others, so it's a little bit not generally accepted. It's not. You can discuss about those two terms. And here's an explanation why, and that, for example, some include that ORA should be just digital information, or but other groups say that it can be also not. It's not necessarily digital. so on. So it's yeah, here is some common things, and here are some differences. Okay, then we try to group characteristics which we find in some source. Here you can get a link. It was in the wiki. Yeah, some of the wikis. What it means, what how we can characterize Vera. And as you can see, it's freely accessible content, media and resources, freely reusable, so and other things. Here, some of the members of the team just suggested to make a list of things which you can include in ORM. You can what it includes, and so basically it's all kind of it can be almost anything if it meets some requirements, ORM requirements. So on the other side, we put it in to try to define that concept in terms of its openness, tools, content, and implementation resources. So if we go to openness, we can see how openness can be in many different groups also. I mean, it's levels of openness, so which is what you can do with that resource. It's social openness, how it's you can actually access it, how it's reached. And this is for R. It's like someone suggested that kind of grouping, and we try to put it in separate branch, and also yeah, and here you can read what it means. First, that it means you can reuse, redistribute, second, redistribute, third, revise, and fourth, remix. And I also try to put a corresponding Creative Commons attributes to each of those permissions. I mean, of openness. So here you can get Creative Commons attribute is linked to one of those. And so it's other thing is didactical openness. What you can, what is allowed in didactical term. Technological openness. It's basically the same as for openness, but we just find in different literature, different descriptions. So we try to put many of them. So, and there's also legal openness. It's like how that openness is defined by with some rights. It's copyrights, Creative Commons, or public domain. And here you can get the tools which are related with open educational resources. So it also consists, open educational resource consists of the tools. It's not just yeah, just some terms and so open educational resources actually have to provide some kind of tools to make it work. So here you can see different kind of tools, and yeah, I can read them. Content management system, development tools, which are like connections, content management systems, do common. There are many different, so I just put a few of those. Social software, wikis, H2O, also there's learning management systems like Moodle and Sakai. So there are tools. Then you can come to content. Here is, content can consist of learning resources and references or collections. So if you go to learning resources, so here you can meet like cursor bar, learning objects, collections and journals. So, and here are some examples at the end of the branch. And here is reference collections, which also you can see it's Google Scholar, and libraries, wikis, and so on. So it's just content, which is also a part of that concept. And implementation resources like licensing tools, which you mentioned in our place, but it's how you implement those resources. And yeah, so this is our map, which did our team. And yeah, that's it actually. As I said, it was not so easy because a lot of different sources with different explanations and different kind of approaches. So it's we didn't use just one source or of information. So we tried to take from different places and so I don't know if it explains what it is, but we have some kind of understanding now, I guess. I hope so. We put it just one of those explanations, which was mentioned also above, which I think now we found it in most of the research we found. Then they try to define what it is. Usually I write that from yeah. So you can see maybe, I'm not sure, but so this definition was can enlarge it. So this is actually maybe the closest what you can get if you want to use just one explanation. But as I said, it's many and many different, and yeah, so it was hard to put everything in those groups and branches. Yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions, or can ask.
Thank you, Artūras. Yes, I think we will have questions. The first reaction is that I like your mind map personally very much. I think you did a great job because you fulfilled, in fact, all the criteria for this task, and you have characteristics and categories, and you have sub-branches and the concept characteristics and level of openness, and you present. So it's a perfectly done job. Or I think we can have some questions, some comments, maybe after the second presentation, because then maybe we have more ideas from the groups, because I would also like to ask some of the things just in order to conceptualize these branches and relationships between different categories with all of you. Okay? But maybe somebody would like to ask a question now? No? Okay, then maybe thank you, Artūras, and maybe we can move to group 2 and then come back to you with the questions. Okay? Okay, then group 2, who is the presenter? I see Elsa is here, Robertas is here, Julius is here, Donatas is here. So you have a lot of members here in this meeting. So now I will stop the record of group number 1 and we'll switch again group